What if I told you that Argentina's biggest threat in FIFA 2026 is not Brazil, not France, not England, and not even their rivals? It's something far more dangerous, something invisible, something that doesn't show up in highlights but destroys champions from the inside. Because while the world is still celebrating Argentina's 2022 World Cup glory, there is a silent problem growing underneath the surface. And if it is ignored, Argentina's dream of defending the World Cup in 2026 might not just be difficult, it might be impossible. And the shocking part is this: nobody is talking about it. Not the fans, not the media, not even most analysts. But today, we're going to expose it. Argentina enters FIFA 2026 as the reigning world champions, a team built on emotion, unity, tactical intelligence, and moments of pure brilliance. 2022 wasn't just a victory, it was a football story written like a movie. Messi's final dance, Scaloni's tactical genius, a squad that played for each other like brothers. But football history teaches us something uncomfortable. Winning the World Cup doesn't guarantee future success. In fact, it often creates the opposite effect. Because after victory comes something dangerous: expectation, pressure, and evolution. And Argentina is now standing at a crossroads that every champion must eventually face. They are no longer the hunters, they are the hunted. And that changes everything. So what is Argentina's biggest problem before FIFA 2026? Let's break it down. Argentina's biggest issue is not a single player, formation, or injury. It is something deeper, a transition gap between two eras of football identity. Every great national team goes through it. Spain did after 2010. Germany struggled after 2014. France had to rebuild after 2018 cycles. And now, Argentina is entering the same phase. Not decline, but transition instability. And transition is where champions become vulnerable. The 2022 Argentina team had something special, not just talent, but emotional synchronization. Every player knew their role emotionally as much as tactically. They weren't just playing football, they were carrying a shared mission. But here is the truth no one likes to admit. That emotional chemistry was built over years of pain, failure, and redemption. Copa America losses, final heartbreaks, criticism of Messi, doubt from the world. That pain created unity. Now fast forward to 2026. Most of that emotional tension is gone. They are no longer the underdogs fighting the world. They are champions defending a legacy. And that emotional shift changes team behavior completely. Because hunger is not the same as expectation, and expectation is heavier. After winning the World Cup, something inevitable happens. The world studies you. Every movement, every pattern, every weakness. Argentina's system under Scaloni became respected for compact defensive structure, intelligent pressing triggers, flexible midfield rotations, Messi-free creativity structure when needed. But now, by 2026, every top national team has spent years analyzing this system, and modern football evolves fast. Opponents are no longer surprised by Argentina. They are prepared for them. That means Argentina must not only play well, they must innovate under pressure. And innovation during a World Cup is extremely difficult because there is no time to rebuild identity mid-tournament. Even if Messi plays or contributes in 2026, the psychological structure of the team is still affected. For over a decade, Argentina's entire identity revolved around one central figure. Now that structure is shifting, and here's the hidden issue. Teams that rely heavily on a central emotional leader often struggle when that structure changes, because players subconsciously adjust decision-making habits, change attacking responsibility distribution, lose instinctive leadership clarity. Even if Messi is replaced tactically, he cannot be replaced psychologically, and that creates a subtle instability. Who leads in critical knockout moments? Who takes full responsibility when the game breaks? These questions may not be answered clearly before 2026, and unclear leadership is dangerous in World Cups. Argentina's midfield is strong, but it is also in transition. Modern World Cup football is built on high-intensity pressing, rapid transitions, midfield physical dominance, technical plus defensive balance. Argentina has talented midfielders, but the issue is continuity. By 2026, some players will be aging into different roles. Younger players will lack full tournament experience. Tactical balance will constantly shift between matches, and midfield instability is the fastest way to lose control of games, because if you lose midfield control for even 10 to 15 minutes, elite teams will punish you instantly, especially in knockout stages where margins are razor thin. This might be the most dangerous problem of all. In 2022, Argentina played with freedom. No pressure of defending anything. Every match was a step toward something new. But in 2026, the mindset changes. Now they are defending greatness. And defending is always harder than attacking legacy, because every mistake is magnified, every draw feels like failure, every tactical decision is criticized instantly, every opponent plays with extra motivation. When you are champions, everyone wants to beat you. And that creates psychological fatigue over a tournament, not physical fatigue, mental fatigue. And mental fatigue is what breaks even the strongest teams. So, what is Argentina's biggest problem before FIFA 2026? It is not one flaw, it is not one weakness. It is this: they are between two identities. The 2022 identity is still strong in memory, but the 2026 version is not fully formed yet. And in football, being in between is the most dangerous position, because you are not old enough to be stable, not young enough to be fresh, not finished enough to be predictable, not rebuilt enough to be evolving. You are in transition, and transition teams are unpredictable. Sometimes they win, sometimes they collapse, but always, they struggle with consistency. Argentina is still one of the strongest teams in the world. They still have elite talent, they still have world-class coaching structure, and they still have a winning mentality. But FIFA 2026 will not be a repeat of 2022. It will be something different, something more tactical, more physical, more unpredictable. And Argentina's biggest challenge will not be opponents. It will be time, because time changes everything in football. And the question is not whether Argentina can compete in 2026. The real question is, can they evolve fast enough to stay at the top of a world that refuses to stand still? And maybe that's the real story. Not downfall, not dominance, but transformation. Because in football, the hardest thing is not reaching the top, it's staying relevant once the world starts chasing you.